And at this time, we are going to be bringing in Magnus MacFarlane-Barrow, the CEO and founder of Mary's Meals. Magnus, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you very much for having me back on.
Of course. Well, we saw just a quick glimpse into what is happening in Ethiopia right now, and it's a very sobering reality. Can you just give us a glimpse? I know you said it in a few minutes there in that video, but can you tell us what is happening in Ethiopia, and when did this all really spark in, this war that is happening there?
Yes, I mean, I've been visiting various humanitarian disasters for I suppose 30 years now, and I wouldn't be exaggerating to say that's possibly the most disturbing visit, the most alarming situation I've ever witnessed. So there was a 2-year civil war that ended in 2022 in Tigray, northern Ethiopia. It devastated that place. 600,000 people, they estimate, lost their lives. Many people had to flee their homes. Today, still 1 million people living in makeshift accommodation. And then this terrible drought, 3 years without proper rain. So less than half the farmland in Tigray is planted right now. So it's kind of like a perfect storm of those things that we see causing an increase in hunger all over the world: conflict, a lack of rain, and an economic downturn. Because underlying that, and I see it all over the world, many people who used to just be on the edge, just being able to afford the food they need for their families, with the increase in food prices, are just falling over that edge. So all of those things combine in Tigray today, and many people are already dying of hunger there right now.
Those numbers are incredible, and in that video that we showed just before we brought you on to the show, Magnus, we saw some faces of children just looking very sad and lost. And so what can Mary's Meals do when you go into a situation like that in Tigray, in Ethiopia, or wherever your reach goes? What kind of a change do you see in people's lives when you come in with just simple gifts of food?
Well, that in a situation like that, it can be hard to find hope. And certainly where I found it in 2 or 3 places in Tigray this time, and certainly most obviously in the schools where we are serving Mary's Meals, where you're suddenly in this environment where kids are laughing and playing and queuing for their food, and the teachers are full of hope and daring to talk about the future because the kids are in school. So there is that hope, and that hope's really made possible by our amazing partners there. We work with the Daughters of Charity in Tigray, and those sisters, who are good friends, are people who are victims of the war themselves. They've lost many members of their own family in the war. They've experienced hunger themselves during these terrible years, and yet they go on serving the little ones. So there is hope. We just want to, as rapidly as we can, reach those other areas that don't have Mary's Meals today. Because as I think I mentioned in that little video clip you showed, less than half of the children are now in school in Tigray, and that's worsening every week. Children are so hungry, they're simply not able to go to school anymore. So we want to reach those other schools as quickly as we possibly can.
And Magnus, can you walk us through a little bit? I like to know the structure of how certain, like businesses or organizations work. I would love to know, especially for our viewers, how does Mary's Meals operate? Are people in Tigray reaching out to Mary's Meals, or do you already have these relationships built? Like, how do these other countries know and build relationship with what you're doing with Mary's Meals?
Well, in Tigray, we were already there before the war even. We began working there in 2016 with the Daughters of Charity, and so we've been established there for some time. But to answer your question, yeah, typically, organizations or potential partners like the sisters reach out to us from many parts of the world where children are hungry, asking if we can come in and walk alongside them. And it's difficult for us. It's maybe the hardest part of my job, not being able to say yes, because more than ever, the needs are so great. There are so many hunger crises in the world. today. And the first thing we would look at in a situation like that is how great is the need, because we feel a particular calling to be in the places where children are suffering the most. So we always assess that. Is it a place of acute need? And then, can we deliver well? Do we have a partner organization we can work with well? Is food available? So for example, in Tigray today, thankfully, we're able to move food in from other parts of the country, from other parts of Ethiopia, even though today there's very little food production going on in Tigray itself.
Great work. I don't know what keeps you motivated. How do you stay focused and motivated? And how can our viewers continue to help you in the great work of Mary's Meals?
Well, maybe in answering that question, Bishop Reid, I could just share one thing that happened to me that really just keeps me going in Tigray. I was in one school where we are providing Mary's Meals and talking to the kids there. And there was these two girls, maybe about 11 years of age, eating their food, their Mary's Meals with me. One of them was called Bethlehem, one of them was Amlikat. And I was talking to them and they told me about the fact that many children who are hungry are outside their school begging. And one day they noticed these kids coming to the school gates begging, and they felt such pity for these children who were smaller than them that they decided between them that they would start sharing their meal. These are girls who are hungry themselves, who might not eat much else in the day, and they started to share half their meal with those kids. And I haven't been able to stop thinking about them and that remarkable act of charity since I came home. And I think it spurs all of us on. If those little girls who are hungry in Tigray can share like that, what more kind of inspiration could we look for in this world that maybe all of us can do a little bit more of that, and it still costs us on average to feed a child for a whole year $25.20, so there's no reason why any of these children should be outside the school begging, so we just go on to the next child. And I just encourage anyone listening today to please support this work so we can reach those children as soon as we can.
For a little over $100, you can feed 4 kids for a year. What a deal. Where do they go online to help out, Magnus?
Just go to Mary's Meals, marysmealsusa.org. You'll find all the information there.
Fantastic. Always great to see you. We're always uplifted by hearing of your work and the great things that you're doing especially for kids. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for having me back on. It's always good talking to you too. Thank you so much.
All right. God bless.